Another great role, another great character under your belt.
Thanks.
One of my favorite scenes was the dinner scene. What was that like for you to have to go from one character, right, then to the undercover guy,
Yeah.
and then berate a guy like that?
Yeah. It's not uncommon for actors then to take on different characters and to be facile and be able to move in between those characters. I get it. You could start to see the character change. He's out with his wife, and yet he starts complaining, feeling a sense of entitlement that, well, we're here by the bathroom. Why did they put us by the bathroom? We, come on, I tipped the guy $20 and we're still,
Yeah.
So she's starting to sense that he's going through a change now, bringing that character home with him. And then he sees the guy he's actually dealing with out for dinner on his own, possible, and he has to then flip it and be the badass that he shows himself to be.
Your chemistry with John too was great. Both of you guys can go from comedy to drama. What was that like, working with him and bouncing ideas off of him? And
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
We did our scenes, and then we did scenes where we kept going and kept adding things. Like the cemetery scene was mostly ad-libbed. And it's fun. We stay in our characters and be able to bounce a couple things back and forth, and you could see the relationship developing. He's a terrific actor, and even better, a person who brings lightness and fun to the set, so that it keeps everything loose and you can do your work and enjoy it and then go home.
yeah. Have you ever been betrayed?
Many times. Yeah, it's part of life, really, and yet it can't thwart you. The betrayal or the potential for betrayal should not thwart you from being who you are, and that's one of the elements that I really loved about playing this guy is that, yeah, he's a drug dealer, yeah, he sells guns, and he's a character that I may have played in other films, a member of a cartel or the head of a cartel, but we learn in this particular role that he's also a human being. And he possesses a lot of the qualities that you and I both would find admirable and would seek out in some of our dear friends. He's loyal. He's a devoted family man. He's a doting father and husband. He's a successful businessman. He's a worldly individual. But all those qualities actually allow for Bryan's character, Bob Mazur, to befriend him. And so what you have really is a mirror image of two men who are drawn to each other for those similar qualities, and yet we know as an audience that the betrayal must come.
It was an audition. You got the part.
So, Mr. Musella, what can you do for me?